Welcome to this guided meditation. This is an affirming meditation. We create a heartfelt intention and use a centering statement as a really strong anchor point through the practice. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for joining me again for the Sunday session, another Sunday night meditation, and I'm really enjoying being able to bring these to you, and I'm hoping we get lots of people jumping on again this week. I had a lot of people tune in last Sunday for the loving kindness meditation and then revisit it through the week, so that was fantastic. This one tonight is a meditation that the very first time I experienced it myself, it was in a Wayne Dyer recording, Dr. Wayne Dyer, who is amazing. He passed away a couple of years ago and has been such an inspiration to me throughout my life. I stumbled across him in my 20s and became his number one fan, along with all his other number one fans. But this is one which incorporates a centering statement in the meditation. Maybe you could call that a mantra too if you want to. And the statement is, I am that I am. Really simple words, really powerful words. The way that we use the centering statement in the meditation is to think about a thing that you want to bring more of into your life. So a quality that feels a little bit out of reach right now or not present at all in your world. And it could be something like calmness, it could be peace. You could be craving some more strength or, I don't know, maybe patience, resilience, positivity. There's so many. So we think about a quality that we want to bring into our lives. And when we're using this centering statement, we are also incorporating the breath into it. If you're familiar with my yoga practices, you know that the breath is just front and center with everything I do in yoga. When we think about the word that in the statement, I am that I am, the that is the thing that we want to draw more of into our lives, the thing that we want to connect to a little more deeply. So for me, it's definitely patience this week. So when I'm considering the statement, I will think, I am patience. That I am is the next bit. So patience I am. And as we're breathing in each time, we're expanding into that statement, I am that. And then as you're breathing out, I am, really settles down. Each time we're breathing out, we're really grounding, consolidating, bringing it all together. And this is how we bring the breath and the centering statement together in a really powerful way. So I'd like to just give you a moment to consider what it is that you would like to bring into this meditation, a quality that you want to cultivate more of in your life. And just take a moment to get really, really clear on what your that is for a moment. And I think it's important to remember too that beautiful quote by Rumi, what you seek is seeking you. And in this meditation you'll find that you're already connected to that thing that you want to bring into your world. Just in the same way as when we meditate, we are only ever touching base with the stillness that already exists inside of us. It's not like we're magically coming up with stillness that never existed. No. It's always there. But we just get so distracted with our busy lives that we lose touch with that. So in the same way, this quality that you seek is already inside you. And in this meditation, you're going to connect to it a little more deeply and allow it to flourish a little more brightly in your life. So let's begin when you're ready. Closing your eyes or softening your gaze and just getting yourself really comfortable. And whether you're lying down or whether you're seated, finding a long spine, finding a little bit more length through the back of your neck. And sensing space between each and every vertebra in your spine as you settle in. And just pressing the pause button now on any distracting thoughts, concerns, or to-do lists. Letting all of these things just sit by the side and giving yourself this time to be completely present for the practice. Right here and right now. And as you scan through your body now, just noticing where you might be holding a little tension or tightness in different places. Bringing a little movement there, easing things out so you can get really comfortable again. And then let's connect to the breathing. Just being aware of the natural rise and fall in your breath. Allowing each inhalation you take to be a little more expansive than the last. And every time you're breathing out, a sense of deepening into the place that holds you, settling your system just a little more. A sense of expansion and softness as you breathe in. And a sense of grounding, consolidating as you breathe out. And bringing the quality that you want to cultivate in your life into your mind now. And as you let the centering statement come into focus, allowing the word that to be this quality that you seek. I am that. I am. Breathing in, I am that, expanding into that quality. I am. As you're breathing out, consolidating, grounding. Taking this a few more times in your mind. Expanding into the quality that you want to bring a little more vibrancy to in your life. And each time you're breathing out, really settling into that statement with more and more strength. And letting your breathing just happen now, the body just breathing itself. Staying present, awake and aware, and letting my voice be your voice now as I lead you through this guided meditation. Imagine yourself sitting on a broad, low arched bridge, just slightly elevated over an expansive pond, absolutely still. The surface of it as smooth and bright as a mirror. And see yourself just sitting peacefully on this bridge, looking out across the pond. Imagine taking a photograph of this view and questioning whether it would be the same tomorrow or even in an hour from now. Same elements would be in the picture, the trees, the reeds, the pristine water, the sky. But things may have changed. The light might be different. The birds in the trees might be a little different. The temperature could be different. Everything is and always will be in a state of constant change. Change is a certainty, and it is just what it is. Seeing yourself now looking across the pond at that glassy, mirror-like surface of the water. And reaching into your pocket, you find 4 pebbles in there. And you choose to take one of these pebbles and throw it into the middle of the pond. And you watch the ripples spread wide in perfect circles, radiating out towards you. The surface of the water disturbed in perfect symmetry. The concentric circles finding their way through to the pond, right to the edges and right up to where you are. And allowing your feet to slip into the water now, feeling the coolness of the water and looking at how clear and clean this water is. Your toes so refreshed. And as you take the next pebble in your hand, think about this quality that you want to cultivate. And almost like making a wish by throwing this pebble into the pond, you're attaching your heartfelt intention to cultivate this quality as you throw that pebble into the middle of the pond. Whatever that quality might be, calmness or patience or grace, lightness, resilience, positivity, whatever it is, you throw that pebble in, connected to your heartfelt intention, and just watch. The circles radiating broadly, evenly, and perfectly across the surface of the water. I am that. I am. Your intention spreading these ripples through the calm, through the stillness. And the water at your feet is the same water as in the middle of the pond and at the other side of the pond. It's all the same, it's just time and place. And you start to notice that across the pond, just sitting a little way in from the edge, is another version of you. It's you in a year from now, having brought more of this quality into your future life. Look closely at this version of you. Look into your own eyes. Look into your own heart. Look at who you have become in this year. That person is already within you. Just like the shallow water at the edge of the pond, the deeper water in the middle, and the same water that holds that person, it's all connected. You're already connected to the quality that you're cultivating tonight. It's just time and place. I am that. I am. I am that. I am. And finding another pebble now to throw into the pond with your gaze on your future you. Throwing this in, inviting your heartfelt intention. And as it falls into the water, seeing the smile upon the face of future you. Accepting this gift happily, willingly, and with a whole heart. And watching those ripples of water radiate again from the heart of the pond, through future you, through present you, and out to the edges. Breathing in, I am that. Breathing out, I am. Breathing in, I am that. Breathing out, I am. Letting this mantra float in your mind as you hold this vision of this perfect, still, quiet place, this beautiful pond, future you across the pond from you. I'll mind the time, and when you hear my singing bowl, I will bring you back home again. Letting your toes just dangle in this beautiful, cool water a little longer. Making your own tiny ripples where you sit on that low arched bridge in this perfect place. Connected to your heartfelt intention and seeing future you across the pond as complete, authentic, and already a part of who you are. What you seek is seeking you. And then taking that last pebble now, holding it close to your heart, and calling to mind somebody who you care about, who would also benefit from finding a little more of this particular quality in their life. Letting your heart connect to that little pebble, putting your best energy into that, to offer that to them as well. And then throwing that pebble into the center of the pond, creating its own beautiful concentric ripples, affecting the surface of the water, and watching the light play on that mirrored surface. And knowing with a whole heart that your intention in this meditation has been heard, and that everything you're seeking is not only seeking you, but is already in fact a part of who you are, wishing to blossom. I am that. I am. I am that. I am. I am that. I am. And letting this picture now start to float away in your mind as you welcome your senses back into your awareness, as you bring a little movement to your fingers and toes. Being aware of being right where you are, safe, supported, and loved. And when you're ready, blinking your eyes open gently, and being gentle with yourself as you move on with the rest of your evening. Thank you for joining me in this meditation. I hope it was of benefit to you. Take care now. Namaste.